Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome to the Super Chat. Square up for Friday Night Tights with It's a Gundam and Friday Night Tights with Yellow Flash, along with a little toxic mailbag mixed in and a couple of letters. So we've got a lot to go over. Let's get to it. Fair warning, I mostly talk about pop culture, but there will be political questions because the It's a Gundam Friday Night Tights happened right around the incident at the Capitol. And a lot of people have a lot of opinions on that, and you have a right to it. You have a right to disagree with me and my co-hosts on Friday Night Tights. We are not above criticism. We welcome it. The only thing I kind of put my foot down, and it's only happened once, and it happened yesterday. If somebody sends a super chat attacking one of my guests, I will not read it. Now, I meant attacking. You can question the guests. Let me make that very clear. I disagree with this person, and this is why. But if you just throw out an ist or a phobe, not reading it. And if I could refund you, I would. And the person who did that yesterday, I offer a refund right now openly, and I would be happy to do it. But you can attack me. Let's make that clear. If you want to call me something in a super chat, I will read it. I will read it. Just not the guests. Not the guests. Not on my channel. Again, not above criticism, and I don't want that to be confused with you calling us out for something, because you can do that too. Of course you can. By all means, please. We are not perfect. But so there's going to be some political stuff here. And again, I cover pop culture mainly, but I'll answer the questions to the best of my ability. The Scrapple. Google is holding Parler personally responsible for any and all insightful rhetoric from their users and will not allow them back on Google Play until they fix it. And where does this end? Very good point and question, the Scrapple, for $24.99. Where does this end? We're at the bottom of the slippery slope. A lot of people left Google, and I don't blame you. Here's the deal. They want to scatter us to the four winds. I say stay, and if they get rid of your account, start another one. Start another one. Stay, infiltrate, organize. That's what the SJWs did. That's what the NPCs did. That's what we need to do. And thank you, the Scrapple. I appreciate it. Redwood Jones asks, a decent question of our criticism of the incident of the Capitol. How is it stupid to walk into a building that belongs to Americans when let in? If that is all it took to make our country go Yahtzee, it was already over. Okay. So during Friday Night Tights, I'm trying to give you context here, I was critical and Jeremy was critical, and the whole panel, except for It's a Gundam. I don't think he said anything, so I don't want to conflate him in that. Said that it was a stupid move to go into the Capitol and start causing damage and stuff. And the reason we said it was a stupid move, because it was a stupid move. You have to know, just because somebody opens a door for you, it doesn't mean you go in. You have to know that they were probably letting you in so they can film all that and frame a narrative, and everyone there took the bait. It was stupid. Is that our building? Yes. Do I believe Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell's computers belong to me, and I should be able to see every email, every word, every letter written or typed in that computer? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did everybody have a right to go there and practice their God-given right of civil disobedience? Absolutely. And the vast majority of the people there were not causing any violence. But 4 people died. People were let in the building, and they shouldn't have gone in. And the ones who caused damage, and we saw some provocateurs in there. Baked Alaska was in there. Need I say more? That's not the kind of person that I'm going to personally listen to. A guy who, as Yellow Flash has correctly pointed out, goes and rips on regular folks, regular workers for content. No thanks. I don't want any part of that. But I mean, like, it is stupid to walk in that building. I'm sorry to disagree with you, Redwood Jones, and I respectfully Disagree with you. Thank you for the $25. You're always welcome here. But, you got to admit, they shouldn't have gone in, dude. And look at the end results. Look at the end results. It's just going to bring Patriot Act 2.0, but freaking times 10,000. Star Killer OBL for 100 Peruvian pesos. Gary, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Someone will start a new media that actually has boots on the ground, talks to people, and tries to tell the truth. Hell, it might even be one of you Friday Night Types panelists. It might. It might be Jeremy building his empire over there. It might be Az. Listen, I thought it could be Tim Pool and Steven Crowder, and they're still there. They still have their followings, but they have been, I don't know. I haven't seen Crowder on YouTube in a while. So I'm a member of our Mug Club. I got to go over there and check and see what's going on. Of course, Black Garrett is a panelist on Friday Night Tights. These are not dangerous entities. They are entertainment. They are political. And I think, especially Tim, who's pretty milquetoast, I think Tim really is somebody that I was hoping would build a following. But he's worried about his empire now. And that's a really tough spot to be in. That is a tough spot to be in. And I will defend him in this. Again, you have to be on the platform to be effective, which means you got to take some L's. You got to take some L's, and you got to hold back at times you want to say stuff, because it might look ballsy and it might look badass, and then it'll get you gone, and then you're not there. And that's exactly what they want. So there is a way to do this. It's going to take a while. Nobody said this was going to be easy. I didn't even want to be in this fight. This is what I planned. But the culture war is a culture war. It's here. It's here. We got to fight it. And we got to continue to fight it through entertainment, because that's what wins the hearts and minds of normies. That's how you get through to a culture. We lose entertainment, we are lost. And right now, we're losing. We are absolutely losing. But there was big moments that can give us hope. And that, as funny as it sounds, that Luke Skywalker moment was one of those moments where you actually saw the true majority of people and their actual feelings about Star Wars, that they could not spin in any way, shape, or form. We can extrapolate on that. We have been trying to, what Az and I and Jeremy do here is try to cut through the bullshit. And you know how we do that? With you. We can't cut through the bullshit without you. We are nothing without you. And you are our boots on the ground. You're my boots on the ground. You're the guys who give me information, correct me when I'm wrong. You're the ones who guide the channel. And it's been the experience of a lifetime. But the seriousness isn't lost on me. I was chilling watching Cobra Kai. I'll throw in a little Cobra Kai review in this too a little later. And I realized that I, for the first time in a long time, just turned the internet off, went and sat on my beanbag in this giant empty room, because we don't have enough furniture to, we're in a house that we got a deal on, and it's pretty big. It's bigger than any house I would ever own or any house I'd be able to own. But I got it, we got it through my now late father-in-law, who's a realtor. And we're basically house sitting, renting. This guy wants to sell the house eventually, but he didn't want to sell it right now, and he just wanted somebody in here. And so we got a good deal. But there's this giant room, which we don't have enough furniture for. So I have a little projector, and I was watching Cobra Kai on a big wall and a beanbag. And I was thinking, man, this is the first time I've turned off the internet since I moved here. And it was great. But as I was watching Cobra Kai, and I'm watching this really great story that dealt with some of our modern things with tongue in cheek, which was funny as hell. And it was a bit over the top, but I loved it. I saw that, man, this is like an oasis, that there is no other show like this right now. There really isn't. And that's the kind of thing that brings people together, and they don't want people being together right now. That's when it clicked in, is they really don't want us being together right now. Not that unity is anything we can even bring up, because I don't know if, we could probably get there someday, but not today. Dreaded Swan for $19.99. Jordan Peterson changed my life. Look what happened to him. Joke makes me sick. Everything he says, I think. Buy his book. Trump could have done more on Section 230, but too late. Affects us all. Old people don't get the internet. No, they don't. No, they don't, Dreaded Swan. Thank you for the $19.99. Sheepsidian for $20. Been on a Fandom Menace binge for the past few weeks at work. Makes the 10+ hour shifts, damn, outside in the middle of the night way easier. Thank you all for doing what you do. You're most welcome. Also, minor plug, I play video games on my channel, so check out Sheepsidian playing video games on his channel, and thanks for listening to us. What do you do outside in the middle of the night? Wondering. Jason Smoot for $20. Thoughts on Ray Cyborg Fisher? I got to scroll up here a little bit. I think he's a snitch. He probably got yelled at, and no, it's not cool to yell at people, but that's fucking Hollywood. It's part of being, it's part of life. And you know what? People are going to yell at you. You generally don't let them at the time. At the time, you make it clear that it's not okay. But to rat people out is just something I am fundamentally against. Handle it behind closed doors. And I think he was trying to be a Colin Kaepernick. I think his agent gave him some bad information, and it's going to ruin his career. And it's put a dark cloud over the Snyder Cut, which is now just going to be a 4-hour movie, which sounds to me that Ray Fisher really ended it. Because I was hearing different language before this, like, ooh, series, possibilities of possible new stuff. Now it's a dead end. It's over. You'll get your Snyder Cut, and that's it. And that sucks. Because this was a genuine fan movement that I think Ray Cyborg Fisher decided to hitch his wagon on to try to gain him some more clout. And maybe it was legit. He's accusing people of racism. And if he provides like real proof and it's racism, then yeah, those people need to go. But I think it was just, and this is just my opinion, I don't know, I could be wrong, that Walter Hamada just wanted this shit to go away. Did the investigation to make people happy, but had no intention of doing anything. And Joss Whedon's gone. He's gone. So you got your scalp. Phoenix Tangent, the winner of the Lucasfilm Civil War is going to be Kevin Feige. Emperor Kevin Feige. All hail Kevin Feige, the backstabber. Yeah, well, that's how you become a producer in Hollywood. Either you throw a lot of knives and a lot of backs. 2-inch Kinnell. Looking forward to tonight. Have a great Tights. It was a great Tights. It was a great show. Love It's a Gundam. Culture Casino. Thank you for the phallic unicorn for $1.49. I appreciate it. Gerald Armstrong for $4.99. Hale, do you think that Mark Hamill is being honest with the fans for having disdain for the sequels? He is an SJW like most of Lucasfilm. He absolutely is. I think he knows Luke Skywalker, and I think he is being honest about his disdain for the sequels. But he's got disdain for a large portion of the fan base. And you know what? You know what I'm reading right now? This piece of trash. That tells you everything you need to know. Nothing's being erased there. And they have surrounded George Lucas Star Wars with Disney Star Wars, because down here they talk about the First Order. Up here it's the Let's Get High Republic and the Space Karen, which I'll probably review on Nerdrotic Daily. Horace Cock Johnson. Hope you guys are doing well. Much love. We are. We did. We were. We are. Doing well. Thank you, Horace Cock Johnson. Randomized for $4.99. Hail! Dredd is finally on Netflix, and it is fantastic. Do you think it would make a good animated series? If so, who would voice Dredd? I am the law. I would get Carl Urban to voice Dredd because he was great. Dredd is one of the greatest comic book adaptations ever made. Enjoy it on Netflix. You can probably watch it in 4K, and it's fantastic. The Comic Book Lad for $2 Australian. Wonder Woman 84 is to the DCU what 2020 is to 219. Hope is lost. Yep. Wonder Woman 84 and Ray Fisher's act did not help anything. Chris Patterson. Moff Gideon may have been obsessed with Grogu's blood, but personally, I'd rather get a transfusion from drunk 3PO so I can get that so I can be a chick magnet like him. Yes. You get the blood transfusion of, it ain't just the looks, it's the game. You got to have the game. Waiting for Nerdrotic. I'm also waiting for Drunk to read my super chat. Yes, you are. Well, oh God, I'm so glad he's getting heat. This is great. Space Monkey 0899. Social media purge has begun. Get off Twitter and Facebook. Yeah, well, I think they're doing it for us, honestly. Thank you for the $4.99. Just That History Guy. The stalker is strong with this one. Was the big takeaway from the Drunk 3PO stream the other night. Hashtag love you so much. He likes, well, is it stalker or is it, I'm just going to interact and have fun. Red Monarch. Hail, everyone. Cheers, wrenches. Cheers to the wrenches, to the Modrotics. Thank you for the $2. Randomize as you have recovered from your last STD review. Slightly, but not 100%, according to Az. Thank you for the £1.99. Stetson's Gold. Awesome. Cecil's cooler older brother is here. It's a Gundam for £5. Yeah, there you go. Maybe they are related. Cecil says, Happy New Year. Hail to the chat. Thoughts on Justina Ireland's Kelly Sue DeConnick impersonation? If you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. I feel the same way about her. I feel about Kelly Sue DeConnick. You do not belong in comic books with that attitude. You don't belong in fictional writing that's supposed to be fun, thrilling, and exciting. You are going to bring everybody down. Your books are going to sell for shit. And the only reason you're getting pumped up is because your political views, not for your talent. Christopher Gorey for $4.99. Howdy to all. Let's keep the lights on. Thank you, Christopher Gorey. Christopher, a.k.a. the Good Reverend. Good Reverend. Ufe K. Hail, Friday Night Tights. I'm from Denmark. Our kids' TV has bigger dicks than yours. It probably does. Our kids' TV is a bunch of fucking CalArts shit. Thank you for the 100 Danish krona. I appreciate it. 007 Southpaw. I know this is early, but I decided to watch the entire DC EU to prepare for the Snyder Cut. Wow, just wow. I finished 7 of the movies. There's 7 so far. I still need to finish Aquaman and Birds of Prey. Oh, you could skip Birds of Prey. Aquaman was pretty good, but Jason Momoa turned into an asshole over the week too. So, that's another guy I need to ignore. It's one thing to not like a president or like a president, but to tell all the people who like the president that you didn't like to go fuck off, that's fucking stupid. I will tell Jason Momoa the same thing I will tell a beautiful woman in Hollywood. Your looks ain't gonna last forever. You better work on the acting part of it. Now, Arnold definitely had a great career, but because he's Arnold, Jason Momoa ain't Arnold. I think there's a Conan movie to prove that. Brown Gaijin for $5. In the movie Meet Joe Black, death takes control of a man when he falls in love. Anthony Hopkins points out that the poor man you're possessing has no say. I don't remember that, but there you go. Wonder Woman 84. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Pablo Hidalgo. Hail to the year of the fans. Hail chat, hail panel. It's still going to be the year of the fans. You guys are going to decide everything. They're going to throw all kinds of shit at you. They've already thrown all kinds of shit at you, and I am pleased to say you guys aren't fucking watching. See Batwoman. Charlie's Crow. Fist bump pair super sticker. Thank you for the $3. TM Martin. Friday night. Hail Gary. Hail panel. Hail chat. Hail to you. TM Martin for $5.21. David Blair for $10. Caillou got canceled and grew up to be John Dillerman. Little dick to a bigger one. I guess. Caillou was a frightening cartoon. Big Fat Nerd for £1.49. A phallic super sticker. Thank you very much. Nando Soups, welcome to the Proto Molecule level. Welcome to the channel memberships. We greatly appreciate your continued support. And thank you so much. Taker 610. Gary, please donate your hair and beard to Az for $2. No. Az would just waste it on drinking money. Mikey Gusler for $5. You better turn me loose. You better set me free because I'm hot, young, running free. A little bit better than I used to be because I'm alive. Live wire. Little Motley Crue there. Motley Crue. I should have read it more like poetry though. Like, You better turn me loose. You better set me free. 'Cause I'm a hot, young, running free. A little bit better than I used to be. 'Cause I'm alive. Livewire. Eric K. I denounce everything and everyone in all creations throughout the multiverse for $5. Thank you very much, and I denounce white supremacy. Alton Gaming, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Bless you, sir. Mikey Gussler, when's the new trailer for the Snyder Cut? I need it. Gary, McFarlane Toys are releasing Snyder Cut merch this summer. You gonna get some? I am. Yeah, I've kind of backed off, I've really backed off buying plastic shorter action figures unless there's some kind of retro thing. I'm done because I have thousands and thousands. What you see behind me, fraction, absolute fraction. I still buy Doctor Who action figures secondhand from a guy off eBay because their sculpts and molds are the best. You can also stand them up without stands. Because they're 5-inch. They're the perfect size. I did just come across my McFarlane Toys Spawn Line 1 when it was Todd Toys. I will be putting those on the Wall of Wonder. But essentially, I'm only purchasing 1/6 scales, and that's rare now. It's very rare. Right now, I'm saving my money for a house, and I can't really afford too many pleasures. Now, people have sent me cool shit. I'm looking for it now. I can't find it, but it's behind me somewhere. The Time Bandits map. I showed it on BBC. I'll show it a little later here. But I don't know if the Batman looks good. Yeah. Captain Spire. Thank you for your response on Patreon, Gary. It's one thing to speak out against what is being done. It's another to actually take action. Thank you, Captain Spire. Yes, I ended Patreon, and I'm not going to, I ended, I stopped taking payments. Subscribe-Star's not that easy, to be honest with you. And there's people who are subscribed on Subscribe-Star. I wanted to refund all the money, and it wouldn't let me. So what I'm going to do is probably just keep it up and lower the tier to $1 for just support if you don't want to support anything else. And then what Subscribe-Star makes you do is I have to ask each individual person to unsubscribe from the page, because I want you guys to move over to Nerdrotic eventually, where we'll have subscriptions over there. It'll be very basic, very simple. You guys will get live streams. And I mean, that's the one, because I'm basically a one-man operation. I got Pierry now working on another channel, and that's great. Lady Greymaster will be leaving us at the end of the month. So I need to get somebody else to help. And until then, Mrs. Nerdrotic's going to help. I've got a plan to bring a couple more people in for specialized duties, but essentially it's going to be me. So the only thing I'll be able to do is give, exclusive live streams and actually talk to you guys though, but you'll jump in and we'll chat together. It won't be me talking at you. That's what I do on the YouTube member streams. I do those, about once a week. It was supposed to be just twice a month. It's turned into once a week. It'll probably, when I start my own website, it'll probably go down to members will get twice a week and website will get twice a week. And it's just pick your poison. Basically, they'll both be the same. But if you don't want to give money to YouTube, and you can I'll be going through WordPress. Here's the deal though. One day they'll get to WordPress, right? And WordPress will do something and cancel somebody. They just haven't got there yet. And yes, I have a website and there's no ads on it. What it is it basically is an aggregate to push my live streams to iTunes and Spotify. I'm on I'm on a bunch of podcast networks, but they're just mirrors of Spotify and iTunes. The two main ones I use are Spotify. I fucking hate Spotify, but it was easy. And iTunes, not a big fan of iTunes either, but it's easy. A lot of people use it. So at least the Android users can use Spotify and so on and so forth. But that's why Nerdrotic, that's why Nerdrotic.com is there. And you can listen, if you want to listen to stuff, you can just listen on Nerdrotic.com. Every time I post a video or a live stream a couple days later, it goes on to Nerdrotic.com and the video will be embedded in there. And you'll also have a little MP3 player that you can hit and listen to at your convenience. Thank you, Captain Spire, for the kind words. I appreciate that. Grant Kelbrick, welcome to the Geloja level. I appreciate it. Okay. Little toxic mailbag segment here. And from, yes, I have to break this out. Yeah, I'm blind. I'm old. From Sean Reichman from Phoenix, Arizona. He has sent me a copy of his Batman, the movie adaptation from DC Comics, 1989, first printing. Pretty damn good shape, too. Yeah, absolutely fantastic book. Written by Denny O'Neil and Jerry Ordway. With DC absolute legends working in this. Made it look spectacular. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, I remember reading this. So that is going to go on the spinner rack right behind me. Thank you, Sean. I don't know who I received. I received a book from, I don't know. It's The Doctor Reads the Doctor by the Doctor, Season 12, the parody of a once beloved TV show. I love it. It is by Alexander Lyths, or is it Lythis? The parody of a once beloved TV show. Here it is. Absolutely fantastic. The Doctor awakens to discover a universe which is at once all too familiar and yet completely unlike that which he was expecting. Join him as he argues with himself, his companions, and anyone else near enough to be drawn in, all the while attempting to save a shattered and disintegrating universe. If this seems to be parodying something familiar which has itself recently fallen apart and lost its shine, it probably is. Outstanding. It's a parody of a parody of a parody. Dig it. Thank you so much. This is from Christopher Arcello, who you will know from the chats. I met him at the New York meetup. Daredevil, Charlie Cox version from Netflix. My single favorite thing produced by Marvel. This is beautiful. A statue. It will be going on this shelf behind me here. Chris, you didn't have to do this. You're crazy. Love you, man. Thank you for all the support. It's great meeting you at those meetups. And hopefully we can do that again someday. Sergey Berengard. Hey, Gary, fun fact. When the Justice League trailer came out in Israel, they introduced the cast as Gal Gadot, Justice League. LOL, that's awesome. Of course. That's Israel's own Gal Gadot. It's actually Gal Gadot, but I say Gal Gadot. Fuck it. Toa Vecna says Cobra Kai never dies for $2 Australian. Yeah, Cobra Kai was fucking awesome. It was fucking great. Absolutely loved every single minute of it. I restarted. I had already watched 3 episodes, but I restarted from the beginning and watched all of season 3 last night till about 2:30 in the morning with the wife. It was, like I said, I loved every minute of it. Kreese is a son of a bitch, but his backstory was fucking brutal. That was crazy. And we see what that guy's about. So I think it'll be a very interesting season 4. We got I don't want to ruin anything, but we got at the end what we expected. It was nuts. And all I've got to say is, if my kids are going to have a karate fight at my house when I'm not there, they best fucking win. That's all I'm saying. Vasidius, Hale, do you think the current attempt to ban the Punisher will be successful because of the other day? If Marvel decides to ban him, then he's banned. I think banning the Punisher is fucking stupid. But what's next? Conan? That's why we got to make our own shit. You know, if you're a fan of sword and sorcerer, straight up old school fantasy, then I think the independent is going to be the only way to go. HarperCollins isn't going to fucking publish it. Marvel isn't going to publish it. DC ain't going to publish it. Yeah, we're on our own for that one, and that's a giant opportunity. Toa Vecna, we need Fluffy as a Friday Night Tights guest. Make it happen, Lady Gravemaster. Also, sending my love to Ryan's forehead, and Ryan's forehead does accept that love. Flashy Vic in Wonder Woman 84. What if handsome guy was handsome gay? Makes it a bit worse, eh? For £5. He might have been. We can't assume. Terminal 187. Welcome to the Jaloja level. We appreciate you. Jorge Polido. Look this up. John Dillerman. This is funny. For $2. I will look it up real quick. Give me a moment. All right. I saw it. John Dillerman has a snake-like Johnson. Yes. Duncan McLeod for $10. Old news, but seeing Dan Mora slated to draw Detective Comics was soured by Mariko Tamaki. I'll just enjoy the Power Rangers art, I guess. Gary, your love of candy corn is stunning and brave. It should be. Thank you. Yeah, there's so much hate for candy corn. Yes, I fight against that bigotry every day. Shane Bentley, the current animation on scene is better than the whole Game of Thrones series. The current animation on scene is better than the whole Game of Thrones. Yeah. The Game of Thrones series sucked. At the end, it sucked. It's how you finish. Andrew Bormir. It seems I've chosen the wrong stream to quit sniffing glue for $4.99. Most definitely, sir. Most definitely. Andrew McGraw just wanted to say the DC protest is misunderstood. It's the Boston Tea Party 2.0, so get ready for the Boogaloo Boys. It wasn't misunderstood. It was misrepresented by the media, and some fools went in, took the bait, and fucked it up for hundreds of thousands of people, for millions of people, because they were selfish and they were stupid and they weren't thinking. They got caught up in the moment, and somebody opened the door, and some people broke in. Some people opened the door. It doesn't mean you go in. Ray L. Brie Larson is my hero. Just keeping my standing with YouTube in the green. Yes, that's probably a good thing to do. Thank you for the $5. Bear me to Brett. Nerdrotic, did you ever see EFAP 93? Just saw it yesterday and my head almost exploded for $5. Oh, the infamous Lord of the Rings one? I have not yet. That is going to be, you know what? I'll put that on when I finish soundproofing my office. That will be my background. Modalicious. It all started with effing Harambe. Yeah, okay. Yes, it did for $2. You're right. Oscar Meyer, long live the fighters for $2. Hell yeah. And I can never pronounce this name. Kakalan. Where's your cuteness overlord smile of yours, Az? For £2. Somebody likes your smile, Az. Vasidius, he smiles all the time. Vasidius, do you all have accounts on any other video hosting sites? Trying to find all my favorite creators just in case. I have a BitChute account that I'm not crazy about. It's kind of janky. But you can you got to watch, you can watch my stuff on my website, but it still gives a YouTube click. I'm staying here. I'm not going to upload my videos anywhere else yet. Maybe Ramble. But I'm on Minds now, and I'm going to start interacting more there. I heard Parler might come back. I don't know. I was fully expecting to leave Twitter and had every plan on doing it. And if something comes up, if Parler comes back, I would think about it. I had 12,000 followers over there. 12,000. And it was serious competition for Twitter, and they took it out, and that should be against the law. Hail Friday Night Tykes. Hello, everyone. Happy TGIF, says Geeky Pixie for $2, and back at you. Thank you very much. The new number 2. Is it true that Biden is having the Oval Office recreated in his basement so he doesn't have to leave? Will we ever know? Drunk 3PO, shout out to Drunk 3PO, showing some love. Thank you, Drunk 3PO. We love you. Here we go. Roger Haynes for 5 Canadian pesos. Hey, Gary, enjoyed your interview with Carrie and Carter over at Unsafe Space. I had a great time with those two. They're very cool people. NK33, Wonder Woman Paradise Island in patriarchal 1940s, practically the TOS United Federation of Planets morally and technologically, 1 of 2. NK33, 2 of 2. Feminist, 1980s, Amazon, 3,000 years and no advancement in art or science, current woke. They are grapist pirates who sell boys into slavery. Wow, that is dark. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Barbiar Art, your channel helped me get through PTA school, and now I'm licensed and employed, and I'm just wanted to give back for helping me get through school. Love you guys. Barbier, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad we were able to help, and congratulations. Congratulations. It's good to hear people getting to work. Pirate Tomsky for £5. Female Gillette ads now have them shaving balls. No, they really? Not with a fucking Gillette razor. No razors getting down there, buddy. Maldus Alvar. Antifa punched the mayor of Portland in the face for $2. Well, the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, but they can do things to each other that I thoroughly enjoy. Modalicious for $2. Respect your elders, fookers. Yeah, fuckers. Maldus Alvar. After 2020, the cops are the criminals are the victims, and the victims just had it coming for $5. Yeah. It was upside down here. Putin's power squat. Trans Am looks like Godsmack singer with a boon job. Maybe £2. Yeah. Joe Biden's God tier olfaction sends a hot dog super sticker for $1.49. Thank you very much. Swinging Cod for $5. They're worried about a book on pre-order at Amazon before they get it. I was dumb enough to back Red Rooster, now at Walmart, not in my mailbox. Well, that's a bit of a problem there, and I find that to be not very cool. And apparently there are still people who are waiting for that, and it's available at Walmart. That's one way to kill your entire business model. Going to show you that not every artist is a very good business person. You know, Ethan, I watched that whole thing go down, and I know what happened to the Brightwisers, and I sympathize with what happened to them. But having the book, we were talking about Alex DeCampi, whose book's going to be on Amazon before it gets to her backers. You give your book to your backers first, period, end of story. If you can't do it, then don't crowdfund. Just put it at Walmart, put it on Amazon. Pretty simple. You earned every bit of criticism by doing that, in my opinion. Jack White, for example, Az and I, we probably in the next couple of months are going to ramp up our campaign for Santa's ex-husband. And when Santa's ex-husband goes out, I'm not putting it anywhere except for backers' hands. We're probably going to have to limit the amount we're going to print because I don't want to have problems. I've seen too many problems, and hopefully we can get this turned around. It's a very short book, so hopefully we can get it turned around and ready for Christmas, but I'm not firing up a campaign until I know I can do that. Period. And I'm going to ask a lot of questions, and hopefully there won't be any mistakes, but if there are, we will acknowledge them and we will correct them. Jack White for $10. The problem with the comic industry is that they keep nuts and jerks like Slott and Wade and Joe Q and hiring political writers like Gabby and Coates. Yes, Jack White. And they keep hiring them, and they keep losing customers. So they'll just be writing comic books for each other. Joey Bryant just got a used copy of CP 2007. Bugs aside, the game feels too linear. Like my choices don't matter. Maybe they will fix that later. I just tossed the game in the drawer for a few months. Hashtag time will tell. Thank you for the $10. Exactly. Joe Biden's God tier olfaction. One for each of you. Hail. Thank you for the $3. I appreciate it. Black Tiger 001 for 10 Canadian pesos. February 17th, Alex turns 49. Damn near 50. Can't understand nasty tramps continually utilizing negative terms. Crazy, untalented, neurotic twit. This is why I love to death the top hat studio response. Alex DeCampi, by the way, that's who we're talking about. She turns 50 years old and can't, that's a 50-year-old talking. That's not a 20-something. Alex DeCampi's damn near my age. We're talking about Alex DeCampi abusing her fans who were asking for her book because they noticed her book was going to be on Amazon before the backers got it. Rowan Spartan for $5. Gary, I recommend at least trying out My Hero Academia. It's a superhero manga series and is miles better than anything Marvel and DC has done in years. And yes, I'm aware of it. Someone was kind enough to send me a copy, which I haven't read yet, admittedly, but my son has. My son has burned through it and he loves it. Lex the Penguin Soldier for £2. Alex DeCampi must have loved the new gay Han Solo. Yes, Leo is gay from the Let's Get High Republic. Probably did. Some of her friends probably created it. The Comic Book Lad, The Boys and Irredeemable, two of my favorite comics, makes it harder to separate art from artists. Too horrible. For $5 Australian. Absolutely agree with that one, buddy. People that created something that saved my life. Yeah, those books are fantastic. But it is tough to separate the art from the artist. I agree. Stephen T for £5. Peaches come in your can and in your hand. Yum. Okay. Wow. I do like peaches. We were singing the song, Millions of Peaches, Peaches for me. Anunnaki Worshipper for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights. I know Gary and Az get this a lot. I still have to try. Thank you guys for watching Frelling Dren like Star Trek Discovery, so I don't have to. Thank you all and everyone for everything you do with Friday Night Tights, for keeping some sanity in the world. I imagine it says the world. It was cut off there. Thank you so much, Anunnaki Worshipper. We try to do our best, and we thank you for being here because you have saved our sanity. Julio Scissors, welcome to the Geloja level. I appreciate it. Modalicious for $5. Mike Pence looks like a fried egg. Calling him Benedict Arnold is passé. I will forever call him Eggs Benedict. Oh, there you go. There you go. You earned that, Modalicious. Anti-Pattern Zero for $5. I think this would have happened even if there was no violence in DC. I would agree with you. I would. As far as the narrative. Nathaniel Larson for $5. Az, do you like Midsummer Murders? Also, seriously, where would you guys start posting if you all got purged? I will follow you guys. Nerdrotic.com. Eventually, that's probably where it'll be. And I think everybody should get their own websites. I think there's a point where it's like, yeah, we're still relying on something, but that's just a host. Orlando Jackson, and you can host anywhere. Orlando Jackson for $5. The People versus the Establishment. That's where we are right now. Exactly. Nathaniel Larson for $5. Politicians blouse big business, and big business sucks China. Yes, they do. Hard. They suck it hard and long. Tall, Dark, and Gruesome for £5. I got a 7-day ban from Twitter. Congratulations for saying my favorite Kanye song is Black Skinhead. I'm an ethnic minority, by the way. Yeah, it's not about that at all. It's about your lack of diversity of thought so you can remain on Twitter. Damian McLaughlin. And for £5, Andre Antonio Gonzalez Carceres. This is the one I was talking about that was on our stream last night, which I'll just pass up because they attacked Az. So thank you very much. Nope. That English gent. Hope you guys can find a way out of the hell you've put yourselves in. UK may be in lockdown hell at the time, but our future is looking better than yours. To be honest. Yeah, probably right now. We'll see how things play out. Honestly, the reality is it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough because we're taking on the establishment, but we have a lot of freedoms. You do not so far. Now, are we going to lose them? Maybe. So we need to fight for that. It's what are we willing to be inconvenienced? Are you willing to be inconvenienced? That's the question. I inconvenienced myself greatly. I picked up my entire family, got the fuck out of a fucking city that I didn't want to give money to anymore. It would have been easier just to stay there. I'm in a house that's damn near paid for. And now I got to sell it in a market that is not a seller's market. Everything's in the shitter, and I have to sell my fucking house, but I want my family to be free, and I do not want my kid's mind being poisoned there. So I had to do something, and it's not a fight I could win. I love that, you want to be the badass fighter, but part of being older is choosing your battles. And that is not a battle I could win. Well, I could by defunding them. Scratchpad, let's go back to letter writing and the radio for 2 Canadian pesos. Oh, I like the internet. I do. But I don't like Jack Dorsey being a billionaire. I don't like that. Wild Rose, it's 4 p.m. and I still feel hungover. Take my money for 5 Canadian pesos. Thank you, Wild Rose, and hopefully you've recovered by now. Glib Facsimile, Executive Order 13848 on imposing certain sanctions in the event of foreign interference in a United States election, September 12th, 2018. Oh, yeah, how can we forget? Cecil, what's up, my man? Apple is about to ban Parler from the App Store for $2, and they did. That happened. Parler is gone. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Hidalgo for 2 Canadian pesos. I look better in those outfits and more stunning. You actually do, you sexy beast. Elizabeth Barlow. Hail, I recommend everyone to make their own entertainment. I'm writing books and drawing. It's a good outlet, too. We can make our own Hollywood. We can, Elizabeth Barlow. Hollywood is being fractured, and it's weak right now. Disney is and Netflix are supposedly doing great, but Netflix and Amazon and Silicon Valley run Hollywood and Washington. Trump is now permanently banned from Twitter. Yes, he was, Cecil. And Finbar Hooley. This was all the shit going down after the Capitol incident. Do you think the Darth Bane trilogy would be a better series than the High Republic? Yes. I would love to see the Brotherhood of Darkness in a TV series if it could be made, not be made by woke Hollywood. I would too. I'd watch it for sure. Jillian N for $1.99. All she needs is problem glasses. She probably has some. Alex DeCampi. Roll Titan. Disney's purchase of Lucasfilm was akin to buying a pretty home overlooking the ocean for $20 million, then bulldozing it and putting a double wide down. Oh, absolutely. Well said. Indeed. Thank you, fake audience. You're beautiful. Jillian N for $4.99. Apple has given Parler a 24-hour ultimatum to implement a moderation plan or risk being scrubbed from the App Store. Google Play may follow suit. They all did. It's gone still to this very day. Let's take a look. There's my Parler app. Empty. Taker 610. Elon Musk is an African-American. Go figure for $2. This is true. Samurai just got kicked off Trek Yards for being too anti-STD for $2. I don't know. Samurai, I don't know why you'd want to go to Trek Yards if all they're talking about is how great STD is. That sounds like the most boring fucking talk I can possibly think of, but it's their right to have it on their channel. But STD sucks. Are they saying it's good? Are they trying to back it as good Star Trek? Listen, that's why you don't want to hang your hat on one thing. You know, they're probably having a tough time over there because the show they're having to back sucks. The Nobody Guy for $10. Hail to the panel. Listen to Thursday Night Throwdown for the first time today. Had me cracking up at the work. Comix is really good host. Everyone should check it out after the stream, of course. Yes, Thursday Night Throwdown is very good on Comix Division. I watch it all the time. I'll watch it tonight because it's Thursday as I record some of this. G-Man for $5. They make a movie where Wonder Woman rapes a guy and didn't even have the decency to show her choking him with the lasso of truth. Shake my head. I know, right? Such horrors. Scratch Pad for 2 Canadian pesos. How about peer-to-peer social media like torrents? I mean, as far as how we connect with each other, but we would never connect with each other. That's the thing. But that's what, who knows? The Tweaky Kid for $4.99. Hail, gents. With all that's happening with Friday Night Tights, will Friday Night Tights be on ham radio? If so, what are your all's handles? Over. Nerdrotic over. Can I use that's the same handle? Maldus Alver for $2. The Democratic People's Republic of America. Welcome to it. Becky Howard. Parlor seems to just got nuked. Love you guys for $5. Yes, it was nuked. It was nuked. Modest Oliver. Not C's. Yes, that's what they call us. Dean Timothy. Hail all. Glad I have you guys. Otherwise, I would be tempted to watch Alex Trebek's Final Jeopardy for $10. Oh, boy. Yes, watch us instead. Although Alex Trebek, rest in peace. Bogey 780. They Live was released on UHD this week. Consume for $2. Already dead. And that was because of your super chat, by the way. Frodo Laggins. Please watch Stargate SG-1 this year for $2 Australian. Got to get through Babylon 5 first. Just That History Guy for £2. After this week, Alex Jones looks like a prophet. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Bald Ryan for $5. Kevin Feige looks like someone in a hostage video. Yes, we showed the bug-eyed Kevin Feige thing from the Miss Marvel, and he does. Phantom Mercenary. Miss Marvel is a lost leader for Disney Plus for $2. You are correct, sir. That is what it is. Cough22M for $5. I don't know if that's supposed to say something, but I don't know what it says. 5th Generation Warfare. Daily Wire has produced its first movie, Run, Hide, Fight. Yes, I got to see it to support. Pirate Tomsky for £5. Fui at last. Yes, you are. Nacho Man Randy Sandwich for $2. Gary, please get SC Reviews on. Sure, I'd get him on. Yeah, definitely. Great channel. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $10. U.S. House of Cards is almost a scene-for-scene ripoff of the far superior and realistic UK series, all called House of Cards, shown PBS in the 90s. Lady Macbeth wins in the end. Her lover whacks the PM. There you go. I didn't know House of Cards wasn't another show based on a British series, but not into that kind of stuff. Legalize Adulthood for $18.61. Hail, my nittas. Legalize Adulthood for $18.61. Hail, my nittas. And that was nittas. Can't wait to hear your reviews of B5 on 2021. I'm really looking forward to it. When you're done with that, let's talk Stargate SG-1. I'm looking forward to it as well. GWS Hunter for $5. I am not a Doctor Who fan, but I have a way to fix the show. Pull 1980s Dallas and make it all a nightmare. Just joined Parlor. Hail, and it's gone. That sucks, but maybe it'll be back. And yeah, if it was all a nightmare, but they won't do that because they don't want to get rid of the first female doctor, played by Jodie Whittaker, who we will lovingly call Dr. Karen. Thank you again, GS Hunter, for the $5. And thank you, Legalize Adulthood, again for the $18.61. Gerald Armstrong for $9.99. Unfortunately, politics rules everyone's lives. Politicians make the laws, unfortunately. But they're supposed to work for us, but we know what whatever. Super Mastermind for $5. It's not hard to trick people into thinking they are better than everyone else. Then after this, they will believe almost anything you say. Exactly. Lego Darth Jar Jar for $10. Love you, boys. Keep up the grind. Also, Jeremy, roll frickin' tide. Roll frickin' tide. Will Gentry for £2. Johnny Lawrence, Miguel Diaz, 2024. Don't be a pussy. Completely agree. Let's go to the next page. The Tweaky Kid for $4.99. Can the veil of the Force be used to erase the Jackie Chan, who's good anywhere else, Jaden Smith version of Karate Kid? Oh, no, but your mind can. John Cooper for 1 Canadian peso. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Samu Rai for $2. Parker, a Parlor is off the App Store. Yes, it is gone. It is gone forever. Or maybe not. Maybe not. John Cooper, I got some bad news. Kung Fu is being remade for the CW with a woman. Yeah, we did hear that, and it will suck, just like Batwoman. Thank you for the 5 Canadian pesos. Scratchpad for 2 Canadian pesos. Deadbeat is the new deplorable. Maybe. John Maxwell for $5. If the news about Jodie Whittaker is true, should the Doctor go back to being male, or should they consider a second female incarnation? No, the Doctor needs to go back to being male because the female version didn't work. I give you the ratings, the response, the state of the fandom, the state of the show. Thank you, John Maxwell. James for $5. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Matt Hepp for $5. Don't forget, Jeff Bezos is not only super rich, but he also went through a divorce and is still richer than most countries in the world. Yes, and now his ex-wife is richer than most countries in the world. Guns down, inhale. TV is dead. Now everything has a streaming service. Yes, it is. Broadcast TV is dead. Nova 423 for $4.99. Odin will never catch beer flu because he's a super nerd built from the parts of lesser nerds. He has super nerd immunity. Rather than a herd immunity, it's a nerd immunity. Playing badly, $5. Gary, I wanted to know if you saw the Nerdist story about how the Doctor Who special was problematic for violence against black people. Yes, I did, and it was freaking retarded. And it's a way of them trying to get... They're trying to create a narrative that the show really isn't that woke and we're over-exaggerating. No, it's the most woke, most intersectional intellectual property that has been taken over there ever was. Period. End of story. All right. We are now going to do a little toxic mail bag, and then we'll get back to the Super Chat square-ups. This here is a piece of jewelry that was sent to Mrs. Nerdrotic. And I thought it was brilliant. She loves it. She is going to wear it. It's from Spain. All right. Barcelona. And this is from December 27th, 2020. Dear Melissa, first and above all, please do accept my most sincere condolences for your recent loss. We don't know each other, but you contacted me to announce that I was recently lucky enough to win Nerdrotic's Swag Sunday giveaway. I have received your gift, warp speed 6,000 miles away. It put a big smile on my face. It was very carefully wrapped. I could sense your love for details, which you cared for the experience at the receiving end. Nerdrotic's live streams and reviews keep me company at the small hours of the morning most of the days. It's fresh, entertaining, open-minded, and rings true. You can feel like you're hanging out with some of your friends during the live streams. A great thank you to Gary for that, but to you also, as I understand that you, while being a respected businesswoman of your own, you are the key to Nerdrotic's media success as well. She is. That is true. I hope you do like this little detail of appreciation. It's handmade from an artist friend of mine in Barcelona. Take good care of yourself. Kind regards to you and the rest of your family. Ava Jaime, a.k.a. Steve Jacques. Sorry. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have to tip the glasses down. Thank you again. Charles W. Jansen II, take away our voices and what choice we will have, or what choice will we have? None. Thank you for the $5. That's why we need to protect this. M. Tax Shark for $5. Law. What a quaint idea. This is a superhero assembly, by the way. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Cronane O'Kelly for £5. Seriously, we need new platforms. Please, gents, advise where we can go. The left have failed us again. They always, the progressive elites have failed us again. And we have to stay here and infiltrate. Rob Bass for $10. Gary, I just deleted my Facebook and Twitter. I am not a Trump supporter, but banning him is outrageous. I won't support any company who doesn't support free speech. To hell with big tech and Apple. Yeah, fuck Apple. I'm done with Apple for sure. Fuck Apple. They're useless. Robert Chang for $2. And good for you, by the way. Political enemies first. Cultural enemies are next. I think it was kind of reversed this way, personally. We tune to C for $5. Anyone watch The Magicians? Rolling on the floor. Great characters and stories, bringing up the woke all the time, immediately ridiculing it. Laugh my fucking ass off. The Magicians? For real? Daniel Craig, the problem is they want it worse. China wins more and more the worse it gets. Yep. Yes. I mean, that's all I can say is yes. Roof Korean welcomes our new communist overlords for $2. Last time Dems were this pissed, they killed, I can't say this, they killed JFK. Yeah. Well, somebody did. Somebody did, and it wasn't Oswald by himself, in my opinion. Southeastern Kaiju, lions care not for the opinions of sheep. Hashtag obey, indeed, for $2. Eric K, soon all news will have to go through Az's OnlyFans. And worth every penny, sir. Thank you for the $2. Samu Rai for $2. They pulled in Order 66. Yes, they did. They had the narrative ready to go, and some very dumb people took the bait. And unfortunately, people died, and now people have been canceled over it. And it just turned into a giant clusterfuck that it didn't need to be. It could have just been a show of numbers, which was all it was meant to be, which is fine in both cases, no matter what side you're on. If you're there to peacefully protest, I fully support you in every way possible. That is an American right. That's a God-given right if you are a religious person. I would say it's a universal given right, but because I am an agnostic, but I respect my religious friends out there. But it was ready to go. Samurai, it was. It's too bad. Worst part about it, there's a lot of people out there who claim to be free speech, who used to be free speech advocates and skeptics on this platform who are rooting that shit on. I'm not disappointed. I'm not surprised. It's exactly what I expected from frauds. The John Beck for $2. Will Geeks and Gamers own the code? I hope so. God, I think, yeah, Jeremy's doing that. I think it has to be we own the servers at this point. Honestly, but you know, that server has to go through a pipe. Okay, dude, I don't know shit about this, but the server has to go through like a pipeline, right? It has to go somewhere. Something's always connected to a big corporation. Am I right? I mean, maybe there is a way completely around it. It's probably really expensive, but it might be worth it. It might be worth it. Jeremy's trying to create his own thing, his own brand. That's been his dream and his vision from the beginning. And he tried different ways, right? And something finally worked. That's how business goes. That's how business goes. Pinion for 2 Canadian pesos asks a random ass question that I don't know what it was in relation. It must have been in relation to something we were talking about. And was it? I don't think we were talking about Israel and Palestine, to be honest with you. But Star Trek DS9, The Sanctuary. You guys see that coming? It's like he just watched the episode. I have not seen the episode Sanctuary in years. I know it was a race of beings that wanted to live on Bajor, and Bajor wouldn't let them or something like that because they thought Bajor was the promised land or some eye of something or other. But like, dude, sorry, man, I don't remember, but I'll watch the episode, soon. I'll watch it. I sometimes randomly fire up a Star Trek episode and I'll watch it and try to figure out what it was in relation to what we were talking about. Cause we were talking about at this point in the show, we were talking about, Jeremy's, website and I believe, yeah, this was the show where he talked about the video game. The Geeks and Gamers video game, which is awesome. I fuck, it's so brilliant. Somebody built that. I think that's so cool. That is fandom, baby. That is fandom. James Seabright, but Pinion, thank you for the 2 Canadian pesos, brother. James Seabright, the future described by Firefly is looking more likely, especially the Chinese language interspersed with English. Joss Whedon predicted the future. Yes, he did. Here's the problem, though. The government in Firefly was Joss Whedon's view of the conservatives taking over, and he didn't realize it was probably his party's point of view, the more globalist point of view. And Mal was very much, Mal would be called an alt-right Yahtzee these days. He was religious. Yeah. Atomic Portal. Hi all. How do I send yous videos I've made for £2? Atomic Portal. Why don't you just post them on YouTube and we can see them there? I mean, I've got an email. What kind of videos are they? But you can send them via email. You can share them on your Google Drive. That's free. But yeah, you can do it that way. Atomic Portal. Thank you for the £2. 2-inch Kindle. Gary, you missed my super chat, but I didn't. I just didn't get to it. But I did read it, this super chat square up, and thank you for the $2. You didn't have to do that. 2-inch Kindle. The Whitfield Report for $9.99. Just signed up for an account on Geeks and Gamers. Looking forward to being part of the community. Also, Gary, I'd love to have you on my podcast. Best way to contact you. Thanks for everything. Best way to contact me is through Gary@nerdrotic.com. And if you have a lot of, it's a lot I have to get through, as far as emails are concerned. But till the end of the month, you can contact Lady Gravemaster via Twitter on DM, or you can contact Mrs. Nerdrotic via DM on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. And sure, yeah, I'm pretty booked for the next month or so, but after that, if you absolutely, I will go on anybody's show. I will talk to anybody if I can fit it in my schedule, and I usually can if you're okay with it being like a month out or something like that. And I'm not trying to big time anybody at all. I think it's very important to talk to other channels, and it doesn't matter what size they are. It could be 5 subscribers. I don't care. I've got to make sure I like the cut of your jib. That's about it. But it doesn't necessarily have to be something I agree with. You know what I mean? It just can't be, some stuff. I do have standards, a couple. Charles W. Jansen II. But yeah, go ahead and the Whitfield Report, go ahead and contact me those ways, and I'd be happy to have a chat with you. It'd be fun. For 505, I thought a bulwark was a bovine on the assembly line. Maybe. I didn't know what that was. Bell's Nickel for $5. I was wondering when it would happen, but 2021 has already said, hold my beer. It did. It really did. HBG3 for $5. The CCP now officially owns the U.S. Yep. All those little Disney suck-ups out there. And that's where they are. There's still Disney suck-ups out there who love to call out the alt-right Yahtzees. Never hear a damn word about Disney's association with the Chinese Communist Party. Not a damn word about the treatment of the Uyghurs, about what has happened to the world over the last year. That's awfully quiet, isn't it? Awfully quiet. Don't blame the people. Don't blame the people. You didn't hear me say I blame any citizen of China. But their government? Brian916. Gary, saw your interview on Unsafe Space. Nice job. Thanks. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. I had a great time talking to Carter and the brilliant Carrie Smith, who is quite a young lady. Do I sound like a weird old man now? She is brilliant. I can't wait to have her back on the show. Charles W. Jansen, the second, for $5.10. I fear Dems and leftists are planning on giving President Trump the Tsar Nichols II and family treatment. They will be coming for us. Well, some of them said they will be coming for anybody who supported the president or anybody who questioned any type of authority. And I just, I'm grateful that I've always been anti-authority, because you're always kind of in fashion, but that's not my point. When the big tech is literally saying you need to trust authoritative sources, that's about the exact time you don't. It's a pretty obvious statement, but it's true. And it has to be said out loud. It really does. Atomic Portal for £2. I'm allowed to send you a link. Am I allowed to send you a link to a YouTube video? Not in the chat. No, only mods can do that. Only mods can do that. But if you're talking about during the show, if it's relevant, I'll consider it. I mean, because we've done it before. As long as it's easy to get to and I can get to it quickly and pop it up. But I generally don't, because I would like to watch a video first. Now, I trust the guys. They pull up videos, my co-hosts and stuff, but they know where my lines are personally. And if I just, I'm not saying I don't know you, Atomic Portal, but not saying I don't trust you or anything. But if you want to send me something for another show and say, hey, this is hilarious, you should play it, and it won't get you a copyright strike or something. Sure, of course. Vanya Secundus. We're headed for the worst possible combination of 1984 Idiocracy and Demolition Man. We are, but we are recognizing it now. So that's a good thing. And we can stop it. We can make sure that doesn't happen by continuing the discourse. $5 for Az. He's my hero. I will actually make sure he gets that. I gave him a super chat today. And thank you, M Tax Shark, for $5. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of you who help support this channel, support the guys coming on Friday Night Tights, and help keep that show rolling. It's through your support that you get the quality entertainment that you have come to not expect from Friday Night Tights. Just That History Guy for £5. A question for all that I was asked. What TV series did you know from the last 10 years ago that was really popular but now has been forgotten? Oh, forgotten. I think that's going to be Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is already a memory. Remember how much this show was talked about and theorized. It was as big as Star Wars. It was everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. Even in the decline, that's when it was at its most popular. And now it is a memory. And you have a few channels out there that do the book theorizing, but I'm talking about the TV show, Deader Than Dead. And there is a prequel coming out, arguably by the real creatives who worked on that show, some of the best, most talented people, and they've got a real showrunner coming in, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares because it takes place in a world you do not care about. I would have been excited about House of the Dragon if I had gotten proper resolution on the things I cared about. I'm okay. Targaryens aren't my favorite things in Game of Thrones. I am way more fascinated by the Valerians and the question of what happened in the Doom of Valyria. Now, I know the Targaryens are the elves of Game of Thrones, but that was left completely unanswered. And I think I might even need to make a video on this, on why I definitively think George can't finish the book now. And it's beyond he's going to get canceled by SJWs. It's Game of Thrones, the actual ending with Bran and Jon and Daenerys in particular, that's how the book's going to end. At least that's how it was going to end. Maybe George saw that and saw that even in the books, although we have come to expect the subverted expectations, the feminist themes, the themes that are in A Song of Ice and Fire work because George knows how to write and he knows how to make individual characters interesting, and he gives you enough, like, it's very egalitarian in George's books. It's very evenly, but I mean, when you're reading these books, you're invested in these characters and you don't even realize that you're following a Disney princess, two chosen ones, one an elf, which is Daenerys, who is the rightful ruler of a throne that was banished from a kingdom. Then you have the bastard Jon Snow, the underdog that everybody wants to root for. And then you have the dwarf, Tyrion, my favorite character. And then you have little Arya. You know, you don't have the big strapping warrior, but they're in there. You have your Tormund Giantsbanes and stuff. So he doesn't sacrifice all the warriors, but he did in the beginning. You know, Ned Stark was your classical warrior on a righteous cause, but you find out that, you know, Ned was human, and Ned made mistakes. He made mistakes, a lot like the Capitol, righteous anger or not. Ned tried to do things the right way and lost his head for it. But the funny thing was that it's the killing of Ned that put everything sideways. It was the Lannisters' stupidity in killing Ned. He was dumb, but they were actually dumber. I don't even know how I got down this road. I was asked what show would be forgotten. Game of Thrones, because we haven't forgotten about the X-Files or Breaking Bad. I'm trying to think of The Sopranos. People still talk about these shows. The Shield, you know, these are all shows that are still talked about. Battlestar Galactica. Trying to think of massive big shows in genre. I mean, I'm not talking about dramas. I don't care about fucking, I'm going to go sound old, Hill Street Blues or fucking any soap opera hospital show that was massively huge. I know they're massively huge and I don't care. But Downton Abbey is not going to be forgotten. But there might be one out there that lasted, Supernatural lasted because it had a hardcore audience, but the normies have probably forgotten it's even on the air or was on the air. But that's about it. Smallville in a way, I think, is a little forgotten, and it's because they fucking fucked up the ending. Tom Welling should have just been in the damn suit, dude. He should have just been in the suit. All right. Tell me, that's what, you know what? I love Smallville and I'm fucking enraged at that ending. I'm enraged that Tom Welling, a guy I backed, wouldn't put on the fucking suit. I mean, that has been the problem with Hollywood. Superman is his suit. That is his brand. And as Superman and Lois looms, and everybody was enamored with the trailer today. Oh, the trailer looked good. And you know, it did. It's a fucking CW, folks. What are you doing? Do you think Greg Berlanti just decided to, with one of my CW shows, I'm going to actually try? I will believe it when I see it, but I fully expect for one of the kids to be non-binary, like Az says, and I fully expect Lois to complain about the wage gap within the first 5 minutes of the show, and I most certainly expect fucking CW feelings in barns, feelings on cornfields, feelings on farms. Russian Bob for $5. Az is more American than most of the citizens living here. Agreed. That's why I call him our British American. Daniel Craig for $5. Christ, I hope somebody clips that monologue. Everybody needs to hear what Az said. I most certainly believe that Pierry will. HBG3 for $5. Biden is literally owned by China. Laugh my ass off. I won't lay down. No, don't lay down. Don't lay down. That's why I'm saying, folks, don't cut and run. Don't cut and run. If you cut and run, you're running to the 4 winds, and that's exactly what they want you to do. They cancel your account, create a new one. Don't go away. Don't go. Did the SJWs go away? No, they didn't. They infiltrated. They organized. LA Christmas card, but I'm going to read it anyway. I got a lot of these. That's going to be in the next. Some are going to be in this super chat, square up, and then some will be in the next one. Raymond Elder, thank you for sending this. I encourage you, Gary, to consider Austin, Texas for your home, or if you want to live in Hyers Loft, near Dallas. We have lots of great things in the Lone Star State, cities, small towns, beaches, great schools, and great food. Merry Christmas to the Nerdrotic family. Thank you, Raymond. Merry late Christmas to you, and thank you for sending a card. You are too kind, and we are going to consider all of it. We are currently looking for homes. So thank you, Raymond. All right, what do we have here? It's from Portland. It's from Mike Murphy and Selena, and we have a card. Oh, there you go. Handmade cards. These are great. To the Nerdrotic family, I'm sorry to hear the year has been a hellish one, almost never-ending and frustrating. From our family to yours, we wish for things to get better and stay that way for you. That the holiday season brings you joy and the new year brings optimism and peace, or the best for you. From, okay, sorry, guys, I got to break this out again. Mike, Selena, Clark, and Triv. Thank you, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I hope 2021 gets better. It's kind of started like it wants to outdo 2020, but we'll see. And all the best to you in Portland. We got a nice Christmas card from Corey B. All the joys of Christmas, all wished for just you. All my best, brother. And it's got the peanuts on it. Thanks, Corey B. Hail. Hi, Gary. Thank you so much for the laughs, stories, rants, and wisdom that have helped me and so many others get through the year. Wishing you all the best and a Merry Christmas to you, Melissa, and the family. Back to you, Malakot63 and Snacky247. Thank you for the Christmas card. I appreciate it. Happy New Year. Atomic Portal for £5. Az, did you see what they said to Peter's face in Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered? No, I don't think any of us did. What did they say? Did you see what they said? And I have no idea what they said. Let us know next show. Thanks, Atomic Portal. Overkill 161 for $2.99. Az is the greatest living Briton since Churchill. I will pass that on as well. He'll love to hear that. And he is. HBG3 for $2. At least the protesters stood for something. Yeah, they did. Absolutely. Frank Sarko for $10. Mikey Spock is impervious to googly eyes due to being the bestest ever. Yep. Yeah, that was a mention that I put googly eyes on my review, and the fucking YouTube didn't like it. Atomic Portal for £5. Az, you underestimate my power. Gary, it's over as I have the high ground. Gary, Az, any advice on how to make a YouTube thumbnail in your phone? SG10P. Oh, fuck. Hell if I know. I could probably do it. I've never tried, to be honest with you. I don't mean to sound like a boomer. Yeah, it could be done. Not the way I do it. Well, I mean, yeah, there are like Photoshop-like apps. I use layers in my thumbnails. So, I mean, I use Photoshop. so it's pretty easy. But if you want to know what I do, I like to keep faces. This is just a style choice that I started when I started my channel. I like close-up facial expressions that somewhat express what I am talking about in the video as it pertains to the subject I'm talking about. And this all started from me grabbing thumbnails of Jodie Whittaker with her mouth gaping open because it was easy. And I have hundreds of pictures of her. I've got thumbnails for days and days and days and days and days. I could make a Doctor Who video a day. I could, but I don't. I only make like a couple a month, couple of 3 a month. I only make 5 or 6 videos a month. I'm trying to up that. See, the reason that happens is because I don't have time. If I had time, I would like to do 10 videos a month. That's my goal that I'm reaching. But by the way, back to thumbnails. So I keep the person's face to the left of the thumbnail because there's the timestamps and there's all the shit that YouTube used to put in there. They don't put all that stuff in there. Remember, they used to put a play button in the middle. They still do sometimes. That's why I move everybody to the left so the play button's not covering anything. And so the little time meter on the bottom right isn't covering anything except my logo. I don't care if it's covering my logo. Then I put a single word to catch your eye. Again, that somewhat describes in a single word how I feel about what I'm talking about. Or, like ouch, or in Batwoman. Anytime a property likes to get too anti-male, I generally put oh man or oh boy. Just because I think it's funny. And I think it is. And I keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. A lot of people like to put all this fucking shit in the thumbnails. Don't do that. You can't see it. Most people are looking at it on their phone. Here, I'll show you my subscriptions right now. Nick Ricada is live. I got to make sure you're seeing this. So Nick Ricada is currently live. And then we have, what do we got? We got Enter the Unfamiliar. Final Death Star, my boy, right there. And then we have, there's For Canon's Sake, that's coming up. There's Svi Levetkin, that's a pretty good thumbnail right there. Svi, I would say that's a little too much. It started a little too much of, a little too much, too many. I don't know. You wrote a paragraph in there. It's well done. That's exactly how I would do things. It's about Michael Sheen being the doctor. I would love it, but it's not happening. But no, like there, put stuff off to the left. See, young Ripa knows what he's doing. There's Ordsboard right there. Memology, the Queen's Council from Lorena. See, I subscribe to all these people. World Class Bullshitters. Let me throw up. There's Drunk 3PO. There, Jake D. My boy Jake D. That's how you do it. Oh, well, you can't see it because it starts up in there. Oh, stop. That's how you do it. That's a thumbnail. That's a good thumbnail. And now I would put something so the stand pops a little more than that. Josiah knows what he's doing. That's a thumbnail. Clownfish, they're brilliant at it. God, it starts up all the time.
Inscription. Christ.
Stop. There. That is a thumbnail. Look at that. Pops. It pops. And if you go to my channel, that's you keep it simple, and it's worked for me. I don't know. It's worked for me. People have different philosophies. But that's how, I got 319 subscribers. All right. Where was I? At least the protester stood for some. Okay. Frank Sarko for $10. And thanks, HB3 and Atomic. Okay. And thanks, Atomic Portal, for the £5. Yeah. Thumbnail advice on your phone. It's easy to grab a picture, but just make sure you don't make it too busy. That's my best suggestion. Shiny FX for £2. Thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. You're welcome. Shiny FX. We shouted out his channel, and I do believe he is at 1,000 subscribers. So congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. P. Otis for £5. Make Ryan Kinnell's forehead great again. It's always been great because it houses his great brain. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $2. My preferred pronouns are me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Mine are who, what, me? Bill Bonius, bag of donuts for $5. Hail, everyone. I got a raise and an office today. Girlfriend just passed her EMT test. A grateful heart will never put pronouns in their bio. Love you so much. Love you too. Starweaver for $2. All hail. All of you are awesome. Not as awesome as you are, Starweaver. But we thank you. Sam Urai for $2. They just conducted cyber civil war against us. And he didn't say this, but I'll say it again. Derek M. I am sorry I have missed the news that trans people are in fear of their lives to warrant a Trans Lives Matter for $5. Well, I mean, like, yes, they've been abused, but not, you know, kids' lives matter. The most victimized group on this planet are children. By foul, evil, human being adults of the male and female and non-binary and gender, and every gender under the sun has victimized a child. Children's lives matter. Atomic Portal for £2. Well, as ever finished review of Doctor Who Series 1. You mean the 2005 one? I think he just did a Rose review. I did a Rose review. Tell you what, I'll answer the question for Az, because I know what he would say, and he would say what I will say. When reviews get more traction, we will make a lot more of them. And I think he and I would both make them. Whether it depends on what we're talking about, whether it gets traction or not. So I have been focusing on reviews more, and they have been doing very well, which has led me to get to really work on Picard again. And then if that does well, I will backtrack and do reviews of past stuff. And then I'm sure others would love to do the same, because sometimes there's just dead periods of content and we can fill them with reviews. We all want to be the critical drinker who could just talk about whatever and get 500,000 views, you know? Yeah, I'm sure he would love to. But if you're talking about Series 1 from 1963, I don't know. I plan to do that someday. When it's slow news weeks, I work on reviews. I get to work on what's called evergreen content. Jillian N for $4.99. Love the British rant. Loved his rant. It was so good. HBG3, thank you for the $2. And nothing to say there. Just donates $2. Thanks. Crazy Eights for $4.99. Dude, I love Comix Division's t-shirt. My favorite character from WWDITS is Nador and Lazio. F the SJWs. I will pass that on and F the SJWs. Mech 1164. Yes, we can now be confident we're living in the Running Man Demolition Man reality. What comes next? That's the scary part. No one is paying attention. Oh, plenty. Well, not enough people are paying attention, Mech 164. I'll agree with you there. Daniel James for $22.99 Australian. I'm sure Az has been miscarried before. Mistakenly told congratulations on the baby he's carrying. Probably because he can take humor like that. Inquisitor Mathis. Keep debating. The more you debate, the less echo chamber we are, says for 5 Roballs. So yeah, we're not a fucking echo chamber. That's so ridiculous. Oh, projection is a real thing, folks. Charles W. Jensen II for $5.15. Sorry, General George S. Patton is the most arrogant person in history, but loved by his men. Yeah, he was. I have no problem with arrogant people at all. None at all. I think there's a big misconception between arrogance and confidence, and I will use the words from my sponsor and my worst, Mr. Miyagi. How one feels about others is direct result of how one feels about self. Thank you. Pizza the Hut for $9.99. I'm done with Apple. What do you guys recommend for a phone? Well, I use a Samsung Galaxy Note 10. I'm going to trade it in for a 20. It's fine, but yeah, if you're looking for like some off the grid prepper phone, I'm sure if you ask anybody in the chat, there will be 30 people who will tell you where to go to get a good phone, because that's how cool these people are. Blue Marvel for $5. If Joe Biden doesn't deliver on the $2,000 check, I'm sending the spirit of Debo to G-check him. I think you'll probably end up getting something like that. And what sucks is Blue Marvel, you're paying yourself. But I hope you get it. I hope I don't get it, and I hope you get it. I certainly do. If people need relief. They absolutely need relief. The government shut them down. I'm sure all of us would rather work, but, fucking shit. HBG3 for $5. I like how you all are blaming Trump and the protesters. Just lay down and talk on YouTube, I guess, huh? HBG3, what the hell are you talking about? Thank you for the $5, but what? HBG3 for $5. Again, understand you're frustrated. But I've already addressed this earlier on in the Super Chat Square Up, so you can go to the first 10 minutes. I talked about this. Nobody blamed the president or the protesters on Friday Night Tights. That is a disingenuous statement and an erroneous statement. We were criticizing the people who fell into a trap so the media could frame a narrative to be used to cancel people, which is exactly what happened. That's why I said we need to be cautious, we need to be smart, and we need to understand that it isn't fair and the odds are stacked against us. Yes, they are. We need to understand that. As far as just laying down, well, if you want to call laying down, picking up your entire family up from a city that you've lived in for 18 years, where my kids grew up, where my wife had a business. Yes, it was taken away. She could have built one pretty easily there with all her clientele. I was in a house that was almost paid for. If you think picking all of them up and moving them out of California, which was the only option left to us, it was either stay and pay these sons of bitches or defund them. And we decided to defund them at a great inconvenience to ourselves. We have inconvenienced ourselves. It's not convenient to live in a rental house while I'm looking for another house, while I'm doing my job, while my wife has to go up to San Francisco every 2 weeks to fucking work. While in our very rare free time, a couple of days, we get to look for a house, and then we're going to have to travel, and it's affecting my job, and it's, my wife's affecting my wife's life. If you want to call that laying down, I would like to know, respectfully, HBG3, what are you doing? Gary at nerdrotic.com. Write me an email. Please let me know. Charles Crow for $2. Hey, you pair super sticker. Thank you very much. Auto Normal for 10 pounds. To be real here, even if they didn't storm the stupid building, they simply would have found something else or instigated something. Well, the narrative was framed. You're not wrong, Auto Normal. But we can't know if they were going to actually instigate something other than opening a door and some fools walking through. And then out of those fools, some other fools caused damage. And I will give you Baked Alaska, who was in that building. If you find yourself in a situation where they're counting electoral ballots, you're at a Capitol protest, and you're standing next to Baked Alaska, you need to be wondering if you're in the right place and in the right situation. Is it the best use of our time? Is this the smartest move right now, strategically? Does this help the cause or hurt the cause? And what's that cause? What's that cause? Common sense, freedom, accountability. And now they can be as shady as they want. Oscar Meyer for $2. Repent, the end is near. Nah, it's not. No black pills, but thank you, Oscar Meyer. Thank you for the $2. Tox Fox for £5. I can't follow the president of the United States anymore, but Flat Earth Society's account is safe. Thank God for boundaries. Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. Direct result of that incident. 2-inch canal. Gary, you missed my earlier super chats for $2. I actually read them. But thank you. On this square up, and we didn't get to them. We didn't miss them. We didn't get to them. But sometimes I do miss them because of YouTube. I'll show you guys. I'll share the screen someday to show you what happens. Will R. It's ironic that the generation that pushed freedom at Woodstock is the same people telling us today to obey them. It's all bullshit and bad for ya, and it's bad for all of us. You are not wrong. Julio Scissors for £5. Don't waste our time reading my super chat. I will read it again just because you said that. Don't waste our time reading my super chat. Did I say R? I said it wrong. It's a good thing I did it twice. Max Rottenstein. I hate pronouns. I worked as a paralegal. If I talked to an attorney using they, them, he, she, I'd get a verbally pronouned on to be specific. That fixed that. Ooh, good. HBG3 for $2. Stop feeding into CCP propaganda. Absolutely. I agree with you. Absolutely. Carl Page for $10. Microdosing allows your brain to think outside the box while being able to be proactive. I've been trying to get some pure shrooms to deal with my autism. Yeah, I am curious about that. But shrooms are not anything you want to fuck with, Carl. Because if you eat the wrong ones, you're dead. But if they make them legal and there's a way to microdose to deal with the autism, I would be interested in that. Frodo Laggins, are you going to cover Better Call Saul's final season for $5 Australian? Yes. I'm very sorry I missed the last one. I covered season 3. And I will most definitely cover it. Predator 1987X. This is for Az. I'm lagging behind the stream an hour, but epic rant, my friend. A great sum of what's going on. Love everyone on the panel. New watcher of the stream and wonder how I've lived without it. Oh, yes. Kind words. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, usually it's a lot more fun. This one was a very political stream because of the Capitol incident. We tried to avoid the subject like the plague, but we just couldn't. Yeah. Well, I think the Capitol incident exposed one thing. There's one fucking puppeteer. Something I've always known since I was a teenager. But I think more people are really understanding that. I know most of you do. Paul S. for $9.99. I hear the collective orgasm of the left wing is having with Twitter banning the sitting POTUS. It's been 4 years coming, and the equivalent force is on par with the hand job scene in Scary Movie 2. Probably. Yep. They're going to miss him, though. Yeah, Twitter's going to tumble without him. Phantom Kit Suna Zero for $10. So now that the bar for Yahtzees has been lowered once again and terrorist being applicable to tactical granny, how long until we're gulagged? We will join the China camps for s'mores pretty soon. The Physicality Channel for $5. The irony is now that there's more freedom of speech for Americans on Russian social platforms than on American ones. This is, I can't say I know that, but wouldn't be surprised. M. Tack Shark for $5. Nerdrotic, correct on his actions. Oh, and there's peace in the Middle East now, right? Yes. I pointed out that there has been no wars. And I tweeted out the other day, has anybody started a war bingo card yet? I think I have enjoyed the lack of war that we have experienced over the last 4 years, and I promise you we will be in one within 2. Donald J. Trump is here for £5. It's true. I'm the great president. Yeah, he got the London so quick. Thank you, Mr. President. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow for $5. Twitter doesn't realize how much traffic Trump drives to their platform, love or hate. They just off themselves. Next, stop MySpace. Yep, I agree. Space Monkey 0899 for $4.99. Trump may have lost the battle, but the war has just begun. Yeah, this is a battle that's going to go on for a long time. And it's not just a president, it's a people. And it's not just a Republican Democrat thing. No. It's turning into it's down to this. Are you for authoritarianism or are you against it? The English Gent for £5. I don't know if it's been said yet, but Parler has been banned on Google Play. Yes, store as well as Apple Store. Check your Twitter as I sent article. Yes, we did address that. And it's still down. The Comic Book Lad, as is and I can't see this. I can't see what that said. Sorry about that, Comic Book Lad, for $2 Australian. HPG3, lot of Monday morning quarterback from Gary. Glad Jeremy stands tall. Trump didn't lose the fall of Rome again. I certainly don't know what podcast HPG3 was listening to. I didn't mention the president in my criticism of the Capitol at all, in any way, shape, or form. Guns down, Inhale. Funny how every platform they banned him on, stock prices going down. That is true. They are gonna miss him a lot over the next 4 years. Tim Pool's made a couple of videos on that, how the ratings are going to suffer. They really made a lot of money off of dividing our country, and that is the main culprit of what happened at the Capitol building was the mainstream media. And again, a few fools walked into a trap. And that's just the way I see it. Sorry, it's Monday morning quarterbacking. I'm sorry I wasn't there doing play-by-play at the time. I was too busy working and trying to find a place where I could watch what was going down that wasn't feeding me a narrative, which wasn't easy. But I found some live video, and of course, there's the Baked Alaska live stream that I'm sure people can find out there. Meredith Glassberg for $5. To quote your boy Zach, and for every one customer that complains, 10 will simply just walk away. Is that your boy Zach who says that? Oh, well, smart guy. Paquet Albert Gabriel. So he was trying, I think this was translated from a foreign language, so I'm going to try to word this. So I made a Parler account here, and that was a source for me to find the Daily Mail, Just the News, and American Military News. And the censoring brought me to them. Okay. Thank you. And that's good. Thank you for the 5 Canadian pesos. The problem is it's going to be, we just got to keep finding those places where the censoring isn't happening, where it's not happening. Zap Brannigan for £10. Great stream, guys. Thank you very much. It was a very good stream, I thought. Slade Wilson, Red Batman Red Rain. Yes, I have read Batman Red Rain, and it's brilliant. It's a good little Elseworlds story for $2. Thank you very much. Zorak says, Parler is down for me. The new start may be afoot. Divide to conquer. Yes, control is the game. Alt tech may no longer be an option. Yeah, it might not be an option anymore. That's why I said it's best to stay here than run to the 4 winds, because they want to divide us, and they win that way. It's going to be hard. It's unfair. I don't know how many times I got to say this. And we need to be smart. That's all. You need to be smart. I was able to survive this long by making a lot of mistakes and learning from them and not repeating them. Mike Trout, hail Poontang. Hail its vitamin P nutrients. Thanks, Mike Trout, for $5. We needed that. Charles Crow, hey, you pear super sticker. Thank you for the $2, my friend. Jonathan Dots for $5. No statement. He just gives a super chat. Thank you very much. Biggaz 169. Guys, I really paid attention to the intro today, but don't you really find it odd that Tom's head fits so perfectly on a Ninja Turtle body? Yeah, I did find that a little interesting. Mike Trout for $5. Good flick with the worst movie line in history. Stay alive no matter what occurs. LOL. I can't, was that Ninja Turtles? It might. That's a great movie. Crispy Critters for $10. Hail, guys. How about Hugh Laurie as the new Doctor? I would love that. Absolutely loved it. That would be a great decision. And that is it for the It's a Gundam Super Chat Square Up. That was a long one. Now on to other stuff. This is from last Friday night. Tights with Yellow Flash. Tox Fox for £5. Is it just me, or did the Comics Explain guy just get some of that sweet, sweet Marvel money? It just seems odd that he's supportive of the new woke stuff. Shill. I don't think he got any Marvel money, to be honest with you. I think he makes enough off YouTube. Does he even read the comics now? I know it's just repeating Wikipedia. Or he just reads a comic and tells you what happens. And it's fine. It's fine. Comics Explained has been around for a long, long time. And he's been like that for a long, long time. And that's why the alternative comics media like Yellow Flash showed up. The Nelson Gentleman for $5. Let's all call it Wonder Racist from now on. Get that trending, please, Gary. F you, Jeremy, and your soulless cow eyes. Hail free speech and the fandom menace. It's so sweet that he says that to Jeremy. Culture Casino, thank you for the $2. The last sentence you saw is often one floor above you. I don't know. What's that in reference to? Email me, Culture Casino, or just let me know in the chat next show. I have no idea what that means, but Culture Casino's smart, so it has to mean something. Phantom Mercenary for $2. Thanks for everything you guys do. Thank you for everything you guys do. It's all of us. It's all of us, and thank you for your support. Thank you for the super chats. It has been incredibly helpful to my family and to the guys. It keeps the show going. Pays for a lot of things. Ragfire for $1.49. Thank you for the super sticker. That's an ice cream cone. Darth Q Ball, thank you for the $1.99 donation. I appreciate it. Infinite Soul, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Hail. M Tax Shark for $5. Once upon a time, there was antitrust law. Being law, it was enforced. So long ago. Infinite Soul for $10. Musk needs to create alternatives to Facebook, Twitter, Google Search, and YouTube, and enforce free speech to keep our data secure outside of the US or Europe. Use Starlink if ISPs ban it. I will keep that in mind. Michael Kunkel for $4.99. Between you guys talking about jugs and Drunk 3PO talking about his cute butt. Was he talking about did somebody self-label their butt cute? Drunk. On Krista Nova's stream, this has been a laughable Friday night. Well, listen, if you're laughing at our expense, that is a good thing. That is a good thing. Toxic Man Flu for $5. I might drop YouTube for church. At least the Christians only ask for 10% of my money. Yeah, that's true. Charles the Hammer for $4.99. Thank you for your stream. It gets our minds off the country going to shit. Just for a little while. We all got to work on that, but I'm glad we can help you keep your mind off it for a little while. The Super Chat Square Up hasn't really been able to, but I had to answer the questions about the Capitol incident. Blue North Bear for $2. Zero is the tabloids news of Star Wars YouTubers. Yeah. I mean, that's what he is. And he's harmless. He's fine. He doesn't affect anybody or anything. Julio Scissors for $5. Tom Connors is the real MVP. There you go, Tom. Geraldo Olivares for $10. Damn you, Az. I was going to the Mexican. Now, here's your reward for making me laugh. There you go. Malakik Zakov. I'm sorry if I screwed up your name. Sorry, buddy. For $5. Remember when Force Unleashed was the biggest issue in Star Wars? Those were the days. Or even Republic Commando. A long time ago. Nicholas Horton. These woke Twitter Puritans will definitely complain when we get to episode with Wanda in her classic outfit. Probably. Moses Horowitz for $4.99. Pierry Chan is the new Terry Gilliam. He is. He is the Terry Gilliam of YouTube and a genius. Eric K. The Modrotic. Ryan, you tried. You cannot grow a beard. Shave the dying rat off your face. Wow, Eric. Wow. Okay, here's beard growth 101. And you're aware of this, Eric. You have to grow the first one, and it ain't going to be pretty. But then eventually the man beard comes in. Ryan's a little tyke. He's a youngster. He's my baby boy. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast, for $10. Head on, apply directly to forehead. Oh, God, giving it to Ryan, and he's not even here. I'll make sure he sees these. Charles W. Jansen, the second, for $5. Episode 2 was a hoot of WandaVision. Love Vision's inner workings. Yeah, I love the freaking gum getting gummed up there. Bill Bonius bag of donuts for $5. Hail, guys. Night in with the kiddo and fiance, so I'll catch on the re-upload. Gary, have you read Sanderson? Audiobooks are awesome, as can't wait for Batwoman. I have been recommended that a lot, so I will be getting into it, especially if they're good audiobooks. Mark C for $10. KK's third 3-year contract extension was signed on September 2018. Disney bought Lucasfilm October 30th, 2012. Safe to assume that extension won't end until at least the 1st of November, if not the end of the year. Yeah, everybody was talking about the end of this month. Charles W. Jansen II. Vision was a callback to Iron Man 3. Yeah. Okay, I didn't even think of that. Thanks. 505. Nicholas Horton. We also had a name drop to Hydra, Strucker, i.e. Baron von Strucker. Yes, we did. But it was like really, it was the watch. But it was good. It was good. I liked it. I'll talk about WandaVision here in a second. Elizabeth Goats. A female Loki. I was excited for Tom Hiddleston for $2. Yeah, apparently he's only in one episode. I haven't got confirmation of that, but if I do, I'm going to make a video. Noxu Cow for $1.99. Love the representation, boys. Rock on. Thank you. Thank you. So representative here. We represent all the assholes. STAC 1093, welcome to the Geloja level. CC 12266, Warpath for $1.99. Hail, you guys. Like who climbed out the sewer in episode 2? It was supposed to remind us of Swarm. It was. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Rianne Johnson. Watch commercial referenced Baron Strucker. Yes, we did see it. Thank you for the 2 Canadian pesos. Modalicious for $2. Gamma from the Double Snap brings other mutants. Yeah, maybe. I think it will. It's leading up to something. Charles W. Jansen II for $5.15. If the GOAT is going to play Spider-Man, will Brady look good in spandex? Maybe. Peter, he's too good looking to play Peter Parker. Who could Tom Brady play as a superhero? He's got that all-American look about him, though. You could probably give him some blonde hair, make him Cap. Peter Constable for $5. Far From Home and WandaVision both bored me so much I fell asleep. Hail all. A lot of people said it was slow. I watched each episode 3 times, and I don't know if I want to watch them again. Yeah. JWT6577 for $5. They're getting closer to firing Gina. They're going to get her. They always do. We'll see. I don't think so. Modalicious for $2. Soul is pro-life as fuck. Okay. Ironcaster for $5. Bucky should have gotten the shield. Yes, he's the only other hero to catch it. His shield fight against Tony Stark in Arc, that should have been so. Well, yes, and he's got a superpower of sorts, and Falcon just uses a suit. He's not Cap. He doesn't have the super serum. Sour Monkey, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Miranda Sinastra for $5. Wait, cooked and get banged? I want to go back to the 50s, says Miranda Sinastra. Wait a minute. Cook and get banged? I want to go back in the 50s, and that's in reference to Ryan saying that all women did back in the 50s was cook and get banged. And Miranda's like all on board. John Hollow for $5. Thank you for the donation. David Stout, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Toy Painter 1 for $5. Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, MCU, and DCU are dead to me. I do enjoy you and your guests shoveling dirt on the grave. Thank you. Chronicling their demise. Crispy Critters for $2. Those lonely nights on Mount Doom. Thank you for the $2. Ron Frey for $5. A small YouTuber named Murta made a video about a D&D supplemental adventure book featuring a wheelchair-accessible dungeon. Your thoughts? My first super chat. Honestly, thank you for the super chat for $5. I have no thoughts on that whatsoever. If somebody wants to make a book about a wheelchair-accessible dungeon, it's harmless. It really is. I don't know if it affects the D&D guys or the game or anything. But I don't play it. So, but thank you. Victoria Gooner for 10 Canadian pesos. Evening Friday Night Tights. I am wondering if you heard that Disney is developing Tron with Jared Leto signed on based on Jesse, I can't pronounce his last name, story. Tron 3 Ascension, directed by Garth Davis. Back to the grid. Is Daft Punk coming back to do the soundtrack? That would be cool. Yeah, I'm interested. I liked Tron Legacy. It was flawed, but I liked it. Roll Titan for $5. We will be introduced to another ring of power wrapped around Sauron's wang. Yeah, probably. The Prince Henry of power. Is this Prince Henry, right? Or Prince Philip, Prince Henry. Why don't you get the thing around your dick? Yeah. Samurai for $2. If they're center-right Hollywood and... What? Samurai. If they're center-right Hollywood and How's Run, Hide, Fight. Is there a center-right Hollywood? Okay, you're abbreviating there. And I haven't seen Run, Hide, Fight, which is Ben Shapiro's movie. I haven't seen it. Yes, there's a center-right Hollywood. There is. Lego Darth, there's not enough of them, Samurai, let's be real, to put some balance in that town. Lego Darth Jar Jar for $10. Lord of the Rings, the 2 dildos. That's what we might get. Double-sided. The double-sided ones. John Hollow for $10. Hello from Missouri. Just joined and upgraded. Thank you. The audience is happy as hell about that. Love watching Nerdrotic videos and never miss Friday Night Tights. Also joined Geeks and Gamers the other day. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Frank Sarko for $10. As is depiction of graphic intercourse made me simultaneously wet and hard. Pip, pip, cheerio. Oh, my. 3 Roget for $5. If this show bastardizes J.R.R.'s work as bad as the signs point, I expect Tolkien's ghost to rise like the Ghost Army in Return of the King upon the writers and producers. Yes, the Oathbreakers. They will be the Oathbreakers, and J.R.R. Tolkien and Christopher will come to enact justice. Less angry Rosie O'Donnell beat up Kathleen Kennedy. Welcome to the Jaloja level. Welcome. John Doe for 10 pounds. SJWs will never have Tolkien. Lord of the Rings has a light-hearted prequel. 3 books and 1 on the history and mythology of the setting. Anything else, no matter how good, is simply fan fiction with a budget. Absolutely. Oh, yes. Totally agree. Dean Domino, 25 for $4.99. Hail to the panel. As much as I like mines, they do have a severe flaw. Servers are hosted by Amazon, and then there's the banks. Yep. M Tax Shark for $5. If Facebook and Twitter don't like being kicked out of Uganda, they are a private country. They can make their own Uganda. Have a great evening. As always, thank you. Well said. Pyric Tomsky for £5. The supporters of the bands today don't understand today. They attack your opponents. Tomorrow they come for you. I know. They don't. Lone Cauldron for £5. Y'all have inspired me to try and find my own voice and make my own videos. Great. Still got to figure out what to talk about, but it's a goal I'm working on. Talk about your passions. That's awesome to hear. Thank you. Michael Abel for $2. Bad Robot will make Sam's wife trans. Hail Friday Night Tights. Yes, they will. Jagerbomb 2 for $5. Supporting the CCP is the equivalent of supporting 1940s Germany. Should frankly be a crime. This is why I call SJWs communists in activist clothing. That's what they are. Adrian Mrazek for 15 pounds. Hail Gary and panel. I do agree with Az. I'm completely tired of queer baiting. Queer as Folk 1999 US and UK featured a full-on rimming scene and nudity. Now is limited to big shocking I'm gay, right? You are correct. Samurai for $2. Wasn't their Chinese representation with the trade fed? Yes. Absolutely. Brian Sominski, isn't it weird how we have WandaVision before Black Widow? It really is. Thank you for the $5. It is. Samurai for $2. Gary, we need you to fight through STD for us. I will maybe continue. I'll try. Thanks, brother. HBG3. It makes sense because the CCP CCP owns the U.S. now for $2. Nobody's arguing with that. TM Martin. Hail, Gary, comics and panel. You all got to check out Strange New Worlds when it drops. Of course. Of course. Absolutely. I cover pop culture. That's what I do. Tim Dog, and you never know, I might be pleasantly surprised. Tim Dog, 68 for $2. Mikey Stalin. Mikey Stalin, thank you for the, is that where you're, I can't remember, that's the Mikey Stalin. Oh, Mikey Stalin. Okay, yes, boy, we're talking about Mikey's Pocket or Communist Wear. I can catch up to my own conversation from a week ago. Sorry. Speaking moistly, for 5 Canadian pesos, can't wait for another season of Star Trek, The Great Leap Forward. Right. Damaj and I, what's up, brother? For $2. How the hell are you fellows doing? I am fucking great right now, brother. How are you doing, my friend? How's the channel? Patrick Riley for $4.99. Any idea where I can get some of the LOTD merch from the UK? Already got a Witch King of Angmar and Arwen's sword. Fancy getting some statues or something. Yeah. So you are in the UK? I have been going on just eBay. I buy it from people, but you can, if you're in the UK, Patrick, try Big Chief Studios. They sell some of the awesomest stuff. Or also try sideshowtoy.com. That's where you can get it through retail, but I essentially go through eBay. I mean, sometimes you can get it pretty close to retail. I just got an Arwen, and I got a, what did I get? I got an Arwen, and I had to get a Saruman staff because mine was lost in the move somewhere. So I had to find a staff, and I was able to find a staff. I got Bard the Bowman coming. And I just got a Faramir. He's behind me, and I can't reach him. But that's pretty much all I collect. But, dude, yeah, I'm going to show off my Lord of the Rings figures on when I guest on Hot Toys in a couple weeks. Mighty Doe Thompson. Mighty Doe Thompson for $14.99. Oh, yeah. Love the stream. I got a sci-fi wrestling comic on Amazon called Graphold. I won't insult you. Okay, don't. We don't want you to. And we don't want to insult you either. Wake the fuck up, Samurai. I don't know what that's from. For $3? I guess that's the name. Oh, wait. That can't be a name, though. MK Images came out. Set release April. Woke or not? Moon Knight? I hope it's not woke. I hope the hell Moon Knight's not woke. David Stout for $5. Hey, guy, ever heard of Queensryche? Oh, hell yeah. They made 2 albums called Mindcrime 1 and 2, talked about the corruption on the rich and the politician. I love Operation Mindcrime. Fucking love that album. Love it. I own it on vinyl. Carl Haldridge. Yes, I'm a vinyl snob. Does it sound better than CD? I don't think so, but I don't care. I like the packaging better than CD. I like big vinyl records. It's better packaging, but it sounds close enough to me. Carl Holdridge for $10. I realized something about STD story writing that makes them so execrable. They're infantile, especially when compared to the original series in TNG. It explains all the endless crying and wailing. Yeah, they're infantile is right. Southeastern Kaiju, thank you for the $3 super sticker, my friend. Frank Sarko for $5. Az is not the only sex ed teacher we want. He's the sex ed teacher we need. Yes, indeed. Biggest169 for $5. Gary, did you do last week's Friday Night Tights Square Up? If you did, has Tom heard about my super chat? I don't know if he has, and I'm working on it right now, so hopefully he will. What was your super chat about Tom, that he's an MVP? I don't know. He's got to watch the super chat square up, but I'll try to pass it on. Muffet1 for $5. Where will Deathpool go as? Oh, are you a death pool for us? Oh, that's morbid. Left Cross for $4.99 to help Az fund more plays with dolls. What a visionary. Much love to all of you from someone who lurks these podcasts. Thank you very much, my friend, and hopefully we'll get some more sex ed with 1/6 figures. Sigmund Fronde, welcome to the proto-molecule level. Daniel Morgan for $5. Then Army Hammer can join the three-way and bite off Wolvie's toes as they keep growing back. Ooh, that is very dark, Daniel, and you're in the right place. Meredith Glassberg for $5. Someone writing a story where a female superhero has the power to turn straight men gay seems to be writing from a personal experience. True. JR, a.k.a. Just Pele for $5. Word is Moondragon will be the first trans MCU character. Poor Daredevil. Oh, no. Really? Oh. Sci-Fi George for $5. Hi, everyone. Tactical maneuvers. Cyclops is swarmed by Jean and Emma while Logan is bent over saying, beam me up, Scotty, live long, and sci-fi. Oh, boy. This this is when Az was showing what a reverse Eiffel Tower is with Qui-Gon Jinn, Sir Patrick Stewart as Captain Picard, and Two-Face. Razor's Fury. Anyone going to talk about Queen Latifah playing the role of the Equalizer in the new show version? We did. We did discuss it. Thank you very much. The Bazhammer for $4.99. Hail all. Wanted to say the first 2 hours of the stream were removed. I started 45 minutes behind and scrolled and hit the end. Only last hour is up. There was something going on with the stream. I don't know what it was. It got broken somehow. It seems to be happening a lot right when we hit a certain number. My Dirty Home, thank you for the $9.99 Here's money. Hugs. Hugs to you as well. Jane Theory, thank you for the $3 and the fist pump super sticker. Hi, Jane Theory. Go check out her channel. Night Owl 8999 for $1.49. Thank you for the phallic unicorn. Muffet 1 for $5. Have a nice night. You too. Tyler Senpai for $5. Hey, Nerdrotic, can you say hi to my friends Michael and Devin? Michael, Devin, hello to Tyler Senpai's friends. I hope you are doing very well. Radar for $5. Hail all. Are any one of you planning to pick up the new Common America comic and possibly doing a review of the series on your channel? I don't know what it is. Is it cringe? Is it good? I don't know. I am planning to review this. That I am planning to do. I'll check it out. King Hess for $10. Hail, mighty lords. Was wondering if you have watched Vikings on your thoughts. Also, as when are you going to get Clownface again? Also, keep on raging. Ryan and Gary gonna have Lord Doomcock on Friday Night Tights. He's always welcome, but he airs at the same time. Yeah. It's just the thing. I've been on Friday for years. Doing Friday Night Tights in many iterations. The one you see now is probably a little over a year old, but I've been doing it since 2017, since the Punisher Season 1, because I reviewed Punisher Season 1. Maybe it was 2018 or 17. I can't remember. But I reviewed Punisher Season 1 on my first Friday Night Tights, on the first official Friday Night Tights. Culture Casino for $5. I will be doing a WandaVision review when it's all over. Good. Somebody has to. Jillian N. All of you guys, either together or separate, are millions of times more entertaining than Woketainment. Aw, thanks. I appreciate that, Jillian. Jason Smoot for $10. Have you listened to the Jay Longbone, her channel, and EFAP reading of Gotham High? It is insanely hilarious. No. Jason, did you watch Yellow Flash and Raging Golden Eagle and yours truly and your boy Zach and Az do a reading of Gotham High? I thought that was hilarious as well, but I'll go check it out. Santo Bartez for $5. Bill Ottman of Minds just wrote Google issued a 24-hour warning to change their moderation policy for the app will be removed from Google Play Store. Well, they fixed it, I guess. Minds seems fun, but I'm fucking done running to alt tech and then alt tech going down. I need to know the alt tech I run to is going to be secure. Finbar Hooley for $5. No idea how reliable, but TV Line has confirmed that the previously announced crossover between Batwoman and Superman and Lois has been canceled. Coof. Yeah, I'm sure it was the coof. Nerds for $10. Thank you for the pair super sticker. I appreciate it. Raylo Porn Addict 69 for $2 Australian. Shh, your beta mouths about how you don't understand. Shut your beta mouths. Ringy 542 for £5. Can you please watch the review of Kung Fury? Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Sure. Is it your review? Is it your video? Email it to me at gary@nerdrotic.com. Michael King for $2.99. Jeremy RTR from Foley. All or AI. I don't know what that means, dude. I'll ask Jeremy, though. I will. Thank you for the $2.99. I appreciate it, Michael. Jimbo Wee for $5. Tried to ring the bell on both Nerdrotic and HeelVsbabyface. Both times YouTube said the content was made for children. I heard that, and I got the screen cap. Glitchy. Awfully glitchy. But thank you for letting me know. I've double and triple check, and our content, both of our contents is set perfectly, is set what it's supposed to be set for. Entertainment and not for kids. Ringy 542 for £5. I was super hyped for a Moon Knight movie, but after seeing pics today and synopsis, I am seriously lowering my expectations. Oh, Mortal Kombat. Okay, dude, I'm a comic book fan. I'm not a video game fan, so I see MK. So you must have been talking about Mortal Kombat earlier, too. I apologize. Mortal Kombat. Yeah, anything being made right now, you need to automatically assume that it's going to be baseline woke. And if it's not, it's a pleasant surprise. And the final super chat, Space Monkey 0899, is something happening in Washington, D.C.? Nah, nothing at all. Nothing we need to talk about right now. Okay, that wraps it up for Friday Night Tights with It's a Gundam from January 8th, 2021, and Friday Night Tights with Yellow Flash for January 15th, 2021. We still have to get over a lot of toxic mailbag and a Nooner and an Inquisition. That will be in part 2 coming soon. As always, thank you all for your support, for your great questions. Thank you all who super chat. Thank you all who just take the time to watch us and laugh and sometimes get into some pretty salty shit. But at least while we're doing that, we try to make you laugh too. Sometimes we fail, and that's okay. See you guys tonight with Mauler. Have a great day. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.